So Leo, this is your reading. Today we have Sun in Capricorn highlighting the Moon in Leo, and so this combination will give its tone to this reading. We have 13 cards lying here. This is a small reading. You get next month your soul reading. Right now this is the human everyday path of the 365 days. The earth is spinning around the sun, and you are facing slightly the left spinning path of the earth that is spinning around its axis in 25,800 years, which we also divide through the 12 zodiac signs, and we get an age. Currently we are in the age of Pisces, moving though into the age of Aquarius. So the father, right, the sun, or even Saturn that is ruling Capricorn, and Capricorn is the social status, is the climbing up and liberating yourself from this square, from the material world that we're as a duality attached to, but we can liberate ourselves through the third eye. And then you, which is your ruling planet, the sun, is actually struggling the same thing. It just looks maybe a little prettier, but she's controlling that wild side within her. Meanwhile, she has the infinite eight above her head saying, liberate yourself from this attachment of duality. Inhale, exhale, this constant movement that we as humans can grow and evolve out of, right? The yoga position for Capricorn is Nataraj Asana, dancer pose. We dancing ourselves up through the chakras into the third eye. And so God Pan is here, my inspiration. And of course for you we have the Simhasana, the position where we, through the lion's breath, recognize right here the crossing of the eight of this point that we want to get into, because that's where we realize we're not attached anymore through the dualities or through the gentleness and the wildness. We have to come into our center to overcome these energies, these duality that are pulling on us, right? That are making us do things that we usually would not do. The court card that is connected with you is the King of Wands. If your birthday is between the 13th of July to the 12th of August, you will feel him as that court energy, the court card, and that's the King of Wands. He is the airy aspect of fire. So very much like you can see how he is sitting in the direction of the left spinning path, the soul path, the path that I'm connecting with the earth spinning around its own axis. So you understand that the soul has its power to you or over you or with you. You understand that when you look into the left spinning path, you recognize the soul's mission. Do you recognize that we are here coming into this world to learn, and the soul needs the earth, needs the duality, right? Through the duality we can recognize that there are things that are pulling on us, and so we can come into the center. Last reading we had Sagittarius Sun inspiring Leo Moon, and the message was abracadabra, simsalabim, I'm expanding into my true self. So here's the Magician, and again the abracadabra card and the North. So very much like the Magician has worked on you last time, Sagittarius is a fire sign. He is the Knight of Wands. He is the one that loves adventure. You less adventurous, but you're very passionate, right? Always remember that. You're that deep, passionate Leo that wants to experience also in this world all the things that we can experience. So the 10th house of Capricorn, the social status, is influencing the 5th house of happiness, right? And we're going to look into what these 13 cards of the major arcana. I picked only the small cycle. In your next reading, you get all 22 major arcanas. So today it's just a small one. Nevertheless, let's have a look what the cards are telling you. You have the Knight of Pentacles, a Virgo, going into the left spinning path. And this state of consciousness is saying to you, be like the Virgo, get off the chair, get off and become active in the dimension of, in the physical world. Get active, see the money that you're having and holding. And he's the 6th zodiac sign, right? See, he comes after you. So it's almost like an invitation to become a little more active instead of sitting there on your throne as a king, to see that working on the inspirations that you feel like, because this is a state of consciousness that says, I have a soul thought, I have a push, I have an inspiration, right? I have this original idea and I'm gonna act upon it. I'm not just gonna think about it. I'm not just gonna sit here. And of course you're very much action, right? But you also gotta need the money for it to make it happen. Then on the position of the Magician comes the Earth card, the number 17, which becomes an 8, and the 8 is above his head, which you have as well above your head. So you understand that the number 8 here is speaking to you as your card, and also at the same time the number 17, which is Aquarius. So in the next month the Sun is in Aquarius, highlighting your full moon, and that's your opposite sign, and the age of Aquarius is upon us. So you have to understand that you're going to be in the shadow of the age of Aquarius, which lasts 2,150 years. And the Earth is going to need you. The Earth is going to need your passion. It's going to need your awareness, because the awareness of the Magician is the inspiration, is the doer. He acts upon the idea of the Fool. So here you gotta act, and it's behind him. It's almost like the Earth is supporting your soul path, which goes to the left. Nevertheless, I'm placing the cards to the right because this is the small reading, and the Earth is literally urging you to recognize this information as work for the Earth, work for the coin. The coin is round, right? Your stick is long and skinny and can point, right? The same way here the Magician points up and down and has all 4 tools on his table. But all 4 tools come from Earth. Remember, Earth is your boss. Earth is the one that gives you the meaning, gives you the path, right, that you holding here in your hands. And then look at this, the Sun is coming out. Then on the position of the High Priestess comes the 6 of Wands. And the 6 of Wands is Jupiter in Leo, and it's that celebration. It's that I am clearly understanding that Jupiter in Leo, highlighting you as you can create this success. You have that intuition. And the intuition comes by being in the center of the black and white, being in the center of here the solar energy, and Jupiter as that I am, knowing how everything is moving, and that you are having this little success here for yourself, right? Because this is the Lord of Victory, and you can see he's holding literally the sun and these two eagles are coming out. It's a very mysterious card. This is the Hermetic Tarot, right? I have listed all the decks that I'm using down in the description below, as well as the dates of all the court cards. So you are successful in what you're wanting to achieve, right? Because you can see that the earth is literally giving you, yes, let's do this. Let's go and be inspirational. Let's be the inspiration. Let's walk the talk. Don't just talk about it. Do it. Because then on the position of the Empress, another state of consciousness that is like you give birth to another 6. So you have here the 6th zodiac sign, Virgo. You have the 6 of Wands, and then you have Gemini, which is also a 6. So you have 3 times the 6 already. So the 6 is really speaking to you, finding power in the 6, in the number that creates the hexagram, in the number that creates now here the self-love, or you giving birth to a true self-love, because Jupiter in Leo has brought to you a deeper understanding of yourself, of that, yes, your flaws are here. We all have flaws within ourselves, and no one is perfect, but nevertheless we want to come into this world and learn more about ourselves. And that's what the crossing of the arms does, right? My right side of my body is connecting with the left side of my hemisphere, and the same with the left side. So it's kind of giving you a deep understanding. It's not a right or the left path again. It's, again, the dualities are shown in these cards many ways, right? It's like attachment through the dualities, which give us the liberation or the strength to liberate and free ourselves from all these different attachments. And then comes you as a court card. Look at these 4 state of consciousness, right? You have the work, you have Virgo, as she is literally saying, yes, go and do the work with the earth, work with Mother Earth, because the age of Aquarius is literally upon us, the age of the number 17, the 1 and the 7. And you recognize in this card, it's a prime number. You cannot divide any other number through 17, only the 1. And the 1 is, of course, you. You are the one. You have that one want, and you are able to say, okay, now I understand what I have to do. Now I recognize that on the position of Leo comes the 6 of Wands again. Then you go up. Then you climbing that status, right? In a way, it's almost like the balloons go up, and you recognize within yourself that the power of the Lord of victory is coming again. So there is a victoriousness for you in the number 6, right? Because now we have the 6 zodiac signs, Virgo, we have Gemini, which is the number 6, we have the 6 of Wands and the 6 of Wands, so we have 4 times the 6. So it's your heart is in it. Your heart is in it to liberate yourself, to be victorious, right? To understand that all of this is just a game, but the game has to be played the right way, and then you can be victorious. Otherwise, you're just going to be like in difficulties all the time. And so on the position of the Wheel of Fortune, which is Jupiter, comes here the number 13, the Morning Dew Girl. And the number 13 is like the 13 cards that line here, which is also connected to the Death card, which is that number that is kind of the Sun and the 12 zodiac signs, right? And so here comes a little bit of a sadness, right? It's almost like the Morning Dew Girl is, though this is giving the earth the water it needs. It's almost like your tears give now the earth all it needs to become fertile, to become again an energy that recovers from all the negativity that we have done to it, from all the really bad things that we do to this planet. And you are the one that understands that. You are the one that wants to help. And so be that interesting character that's now understanding that the wheel of fortune is spinning, and here you have this girl speaking to you as the number 4 when we calculate it together, that responsibility, which is the emperor, the responsibility that we have over the planet, and that we have to help those who don't get it to understand it. And then on the position of the Hanged Man comes this crystal, a crystal that's called spessartine, the number 54, which then becomes a 9. And so the spessartine is a very interesting crystal. I never heard about it, right? So it's very interesting how some of these crystals come up, and I'm learning about them. And the spessartine says charm and charisma. You have this radiating energy. You have this fire within you that you can shine out, and that you can inspire others. And so we are all light beings, and we all are destined to shine and be brilliant. And this brilliance helps us to come to the biggest light, which is consciousness, right? And so this spessartine spirit is letting you know that you have a natural charisma that you haven't really recognized yet, and that you have to give it to the world, that you have to show it to the world. Because if you don't show it, it's almost like you are not taking your position serious enough, as you are born here. That's serious enough to be a player in this whole game of called life, living life. And you are the charismatic personality, right? That's what the passion comes in. And you have 2 times here the Jupiter in Leo. I mean, what else do you want? If you don't show that, then I don't get it. And yes, there are tears sometimes to cleanse and clear situations, but it's time that you understand that there is a shift coming, that there is a change coming, and that you are supposed to be shining a light like the sun is shining right now into this room. And I'm like almost blinded by it, right? But it's like, shine that light like this beautiful light that's coming in right now. And then on the position of Capricorn comes Taurus, right? The King of Pentacles, a visionary. He is not only a visionary, but he's also very reliable. You can trust him. He's also very giving. And Capricorn is bringing this energy to you. And so there are right now Virgo and Taurus, 2 earth signs already speaking to you, and of course Capricorn as well, right? So these are the earth signs that you need to be reliable, to be able to do something for the earth. And it's almost like the earth is saying, yeah, take a Virgo, take a Taurus, take a Capricorn to create the mission that you want to create, right? To create this charismatic personality out of you that brings really beautiful energies into this world. And then on the position of the Tower comes the Bear. And the Bear is looking into the right spinning path, the 365 days the Earth spins around the Sun. And here you see the empowerment of you knowing that this solid energy of Taurus, right? It's literally like bringing you this earthly energy of Taurus, and the Bear is a very heavy animal, right? So waking from spiritual slumber and beginning anew is speaking the Bear. After long winter, the bear arises from deep slumber. At first the movement and effort are difficult, but the bear knows it's time to awaken and move toward the dawning light. The bear represents an individual on the cusp of new directions and personal transformation. And so the personal transformation comes through the morning dew, girl, like this awakening that you have here through the Wheel of Fortune, through the Six of Wands, and through these Six of Wands, right? And so remember that you have now the power to become spiritually transformed. There is something really literally knocking on your door, because yes, you are going to be in the shadow of the age of Aquarius. Nevertheless, you're going to be the foundation. You're going to be the shadow side of the age of Aquarius, and you're going to bring in the passion for us to recognize that we cannot only be in the air, we cannot only be like dreaming about things, we're also going to come down on earth and make these things happen, because the earth is our boss. The earth is the one that gives us the food and the water, and she holds everything together, right? And so here you are recognizing very clearly that the tower moment of the 16, which is a 7, is saying, bring this out of you. Stop being in a world where you think you are not good enough, right? Let's awaken. We all awaken, but you particularly awaken, because then on the position of the moon comes here this galactic mushroom, the number 24, another 6. And so you rising out of the subconscious, you rising out of the subconscious, right? As the bear was asleep in his slumber, you're rising out and you recognize that the mushroom is the internet, that this galactic mushroom or the divine matrix is helping you to be this brilliant energy, right? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times the 6. 5 times the 6. It's like the third eye. It's exactly what Capricorn is telling you. Capricorn is saying, yes, find your third eye. Look at that. Even Taurus has the third eye above him. Find your third eye. Find the vision and recognize and awaken again and again. Awaken into this galactic mushrooms, into the responsibility of the 4, which is inside, with the 13, which becomes a 4. Recognize that everything is interconnected and that you are being pushed to awaken and to use this internet, because this is a very interesting card, the galactic mushrooms. It's literally saying, you might have been thinking and acting like you were the only one in the dream creating your life. The galactic mushroom arrives as a playful yet potent reminder that you need to get with your higher powers. The universal laws are not for your benefit only. The law of attraction does not exist just to serve up your desired outcome. The matrix of consciousness, called Source or God, Spirit, and many other names, is intricately woven into life. There is so much complexity that the human mind cannot comprehend all the moving parts. It's impossible to see beyond what you already know, just as the head of a mushroom is clearly visible above the soil, but not the living biome below. The thread-like mycelium of fungi form vast, intricate networks underground, connecting different life forms with one another in a kind of internet of the plant kingdom. Imagine the divine matrix serving the same way, connecting the individual consciousness with that of the divine. There you go. Because then, on the position of the sun, which is your inspiration, which is your energy, comes the fire, comes the 8, right? So here you have an 8, which creates then an 8-8 portal to you. So Capricorn is the number 15, which is also a 6. Capricorn is literally saying, check your third eye. Remember your third eye. I even send you Virgo, which is the 6th zodiac sign. Check that. And then you have an 8-8 portal, right, with the earth. And this portal, then you can use the fire on earth to make things happen, right? The internet is also in a way a fire connection. Everything is interconnecting in that inspiration of awakening, of rising as power to the people. And on the position of the last judgment comes the confidence. Then you gain confidence, almost like your guardian angel is telling you, become confident, because you're supposed to be confident. But of course, in a way, confidence that you're uniting these two energies and find the center of it, because confidence says, know and feel this affirmation beyond a doubt. I am all that I need to get what I want, with the number 77. And you do have the 7 in the earth with the 17. So there's 3 times the 7 speaking to you and awakening to this confidence, awakening finally to this fire of the 6 of Wands, to the fire of the 6 of Fire, and recognize that you are this inspiration for so many when you tap into the right connection, when you are in your center, when you are where your breath is, the lion breath, right? So then you can be this lion, you can be this Leo, and he walks into the path of the soul, whilst she is facing the path of the humanness, and she has the formula. She knows exactly what she has to do. She knows exactly that Capricorn is helping her with the third eye, right? So then you become one more time on the position of the world, Gemini, the lovers. Then you recognizing that you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times the number 6. 6 times 6. It's in your third eye lies the power, right? And you understand all of a sudden that you have to be vigilant, you have to awaken, you have to recognize the power now that the world is needing your passion behind Aquarius. Behind the age of Aquarius would be just air. It's just thoughts. But we need the inspiration to create it. And we need the earth to create it. It's still the elements of the earth that we're using to create the internet, to create all the material that we're using, even here in the YouTube platforms, right? We need everything. We need the material world. So you are here to help that, and you are here to see that. You are here to walk into the Gemini, into the lovers, into the self-love that creates beautiful new things for the next generation to come, for the age of Aquarius. Because that's where we're going to understand here this sentence, right? I am all that I need to get what I want. That's it, right? You have to just understand that. You have to understand the fire that is behind you. You have to understand the internet that is there, right? You have to understand constantly, yes, here is the power. Here is all the time something that's pushing you forward, as you awaken from this deep slumber, that you are, even with these tears, giving food to the earth, right? Giving her all she needs to heal from these old ages, right? The age of Pisces was like, okay, let's take. And the mushrooms are the only fungi. They created this test. They put all this contaminated earth in different rooms, and everywhere they added one element to it, and only the mushroom that they added into one pile created again a biosphere of growth, right? The plants came and the animals even came, and all the other ones weren't able to change the earth. So this galactic mushroom is literally speaking to you about, you are the divine matrix. You are that divine consciousness that can heal again the earth, that can heal the things that we have done to it. And you are the creativity, right? You are the King of Wands. And so go at it, because you have the power to change that for all of us. Wow, what a beautiful reading. So I hope I see you in the next one, because that's when you get your soul reading. I'm reading from right to left. All 22 major arcanas, right? With different cards on it. And so the message, of course, is that you have then here the Six of Wands speaking to you, right? You have the fire, you have Jupiter, the planet of luck for you. You have the victory, even in your intuition speaking to you. So until then, I thank you so much for being with me and wish you a happy New Year 23. Namaste.